Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Karin Everon, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is the second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with, oh wait, that's right, nobody voted this week, so I'll record whatever the hell I want to. And of course we have a comment up on the screen. Yeah, Donkey Philanthropist, that's right. If you don't know what he's talking about, I recently did a charity live stream, my first ever. Of course, the fundraiser is still going on and will be going on through the holiday season. And you can look up the Astroneer live stream video that I posted last Wednesday. And there's a link in the description down below if you'd like to donate. By all means, do so. I have no idea if we hit the goal yet or not because the live stream hasn't happened at the time I'm recording this voiceover. So we're going to do some DLC vehicles this week because literally nobody voted. Not one. I mean, come on, guys. We were all doing so well for the longest time in voting and giving us interesting things to take up the mountain. But then just one day it was just like, meh, don't want to. But who am I calling a hoe? But hey, you can still play Will It Off-Road Bingo, and that's where the O came from instead of A and O. And yeah, anyway. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with Will It Off-Road Bingo, well, there's a link in the description down below for that. You can play along. Just click the link, click Generate Card, and then on your phone, tablet, microwave oven if it has a touch screen, maybe even in your car, and definitely on a computer. Because, you know, there are some cars that have internet on their touch screens now. Anyway, just tap or click if something happens in the video that matches what's on your card. And if you get bingo, make sure you leave it in the comments down below. I like the Everon a lot, or Everon, or Everon. I've heard it pronounced multiple ways, but I like it. I like it a whole lot. It's not fast, and I'm okay with that. It's also very top-heavy, and it wants to roll over, and it also suffers from really bad oversteer. Of course, you're going to have a bit of both come into play with the top-heavy and the understeer. I was understeering, couldn't correct my course, and top-heavy takes us down the mountain. We were on track for a pretty decent time right before that. Like, a seriously decent time. But instead, I'm now halfway back down the mountain and still rolling. And, you know. So, now I've got to spend all this time going back up. I mean, this thing probably could have turned in about a minute quicker than what it actually does. But I decided to keep the footage because this truck is interesting. It is a very competent off-roader, but it's not an off-roader that you just go flying over the trail. It's more a slow rock crawler, that type of thing, and it's very good at low speeds. A lot of the off-road vehicles that we have don't have the grip to match the torque that they have. Therefore, the wheels just spin, so you have no steering, you can't get traction, you can't go up a hill. This thing, you can point it at something nearly vertical, give it just a tiny bit of gas, and it'll climb right up. But at speed, yeah, that physics can't really be overcome. All that momentum plus the mass equals, you know, fun times rolling down a hill. So, it happened, and because of that, we get a pretty bad time of 3 minutes, 46 seconds. So will the Everon off-road? Yes, it absolutely will. Despite the fact it got a bad time, it absolutely will off-road. However, that does make it 23rd out of 25 off-road vehicles, so kind of low down on the ranking. Also makes it the 180th overall. And I'm sorry that I keep pausing in my voiceover. My allergies today are going horrible, and so I have little sniffles, and well, every time I sniffle, I'm editing those out, so you're not hearing them. So yeah, now we go for the descent, and this is where, wow, look at that, there's a brake light working on a tail light. That doesn't often happen. Usually you break them both out. This is really where you're testing the brakes, but of course, I got to keep in mind, you know, all of that weight up above the wheels there. You can see this vehicle has a great suspension. It articulates beautifully, soaks up the bump. It does cause quite a bit of body roll to happen, but that's okay. You just have to be really mindful of it and be careful, which I do my best here. But it's those features, especially that suspension, and the amount of grip that it can have, that really does make it a fantastic off-roader. It's just not one that you do at speed, which is not how you really off-road anyway. Not in real life anyway. I mean, yeah, there are some situations in off-roading where you can just go, you know, balls to the wall, pedal to the metal, etc., etc. But when you're rock climbing and, you know, hill climbing and things like that, speed are not what you're going for. You're going for, you know, getting up there without destroying your vehicle. But I tend to not listen to my own advice, and here we go. Yeah, too much speed, went too far to the left, early up on the trail, couldn't get back to the right in time to slow it down, and wound up going over the jump with too much speed, and here we are. This poor truck's taking quite a beating. Like a massive beating. Trying to work my way back over to the trail. Overshot it, because this thing does love to jump. It loves to get airborne. It acts like a much lighter weight vehicle than it really is. It's really strange the way it loves to go over jumps, and yet every little turn, the top heaviness of it just comes reminding you that it's there. Just kicking you in the ass. Definitely not as good as a little buggy car. Whatever. What is the thing called? I don't remember. Vagrant? I think it's the Vagrant. I don't know. I didn't buy it. Not yet. It's too expensive. A lot of the DLC vehicles are just way too expensive. Rockstar seem to have been going in a better direction with their pricing on just like ordinary vehicles like this truck and the vehicle we're going to do next. But man, this DLC, they cranked it right back up. But we are down in the controlled descent, 2 minutes, 57, almost 58 seconds. So, we head back to the top of Mount Chiliad and fling it off the side to see what happens. And again, that beautiful suspension just absorbs these bumps. But then, yeah, physics takes over. We start shedding body panels and ow! We get hit by Commander Hobo and his version of this truck. And now it's just like a wrestling match from here on out. Because this is like a pretty compact group. We all stay right here together for most of this descent, honestly. I don't think we ever really get all that far apart from one another. Those little wagons. I don't know why I call them wagons. What are they called? Vagrants. There we go. They're fantastic. I love them. I want one, but I just don't want to pay as much money for them as they cost. So there's also the Outlaw that's coming, and I kind of want that too, but it too is also going to be expensive. It too also, English. Beautiful use of grammar right there. She's been parked in a tree. I don't know so much that he parked there as he was put there. Yeah, that might be a name. There is just a cacophony of body parts flying down through here. And I'm pretty sure it's only me and Hobo that can lose body parts, so they're all ours. Just tons and tons of body parts, but whatever. We're getting through it. See how we do in the rest of this bumpy muddy bit here, and the answer is not too well. Managed to roll right over and tried to go backwards into there, and then Commander punted me, and now I'm just gonna encourage Commander to get the hell out of my way as Sven drives under me, causing me to roll once again. Sorry that it's a little late in the day. We started recording late because it rained almost all day in game. I mean, as it was, this video took us like an hour and a half to record. I didn't want to make everybody wait another day, but let's take a look at the damage. We're down in 202, and we have most of the windows, all the lights, the hood, the front bumper, all doors and tailgate gone. The rear bumper's damaged, the engine's damaged, the body's damaged, and it has bent wheels. And of course, we'll take a look at the support vehicles and varying degrees of damage on those as well. And there's the rear shot. But that brings us to our next vehicle. the Maxwell Asbo. And I hope that you're in a very comfortable chair and that you're set in for a few minutes here because, well, you can see the timestamp on the video. Yeah, this isn't going to be quick, but I do want to say thank you to Just Drizzy. Thanks, I appreciate that, and welcome to the channel. I hope you're continuing to find everything useful, helpful, informational, and above all, entertaining. I try. So this Asbo. Okay, I love this little car so much. I mean, look how much money I spent. I spent 100 grand for a license plate just for this car. That's how much I love it. Not many cars in this game get their own special custom license plate from me. It is, I readily admit, an absolutely terrible car. And it is terrible in all the right ways, is how I describe it. And because of that, it makes it a lot of fun to drive. It also, though, makes it a very big challenge to get up this mountain. Typically, front-wheel drive vehicles do not do well. You've got all the weight of the vehicle in the front. You would think you'd get better grip with all that weight being over the drive wheels, but this is GTA. And as you can see, I'm starting to get nothing but wheel spin. Really causing me to lose my speed. I'm right there near the edge. But Sven managed to carry more momentum than I did. And now it's just a question of wheel spin. But I'm not going to be deterred by that. Instead, gonna swing around and try something a little unconventional in Will It Off-Road. I mean, hey, it worked. So, yeah. So I'm sure there will be people who are like, no, that's cheating, you can't do that. But I never said the vehicles have to go up front first, did I? I don't know. I can just hear it now. People are going to be like, but this other compact could have made it if you did that. Maybe, but I was determined on this one. You can tell I was determined because I don't give up. Because any vehicle that's going to DNF, you know this is the type of place where we throw a DNF up, and you can tell by the amount of time left in the video that, yeah, this is where I thought I was done for, though. I was like, okay, it's never going to be able to hold enough grip to get back over to that trail over to the left. So I went as slow as I could, did my best to not lock up the brakes, and then gunned it to get back on the trail. So this is a tricky corner. If you don't believe me, go try it for yourself in GTA, especially in a slow car. The big part of it is, as you see right here, there's a big bump right there. It doesn't look like it as far as the textures that we can see, but if you actually go to that part of the mountain, you'll see that there's a hitbox where you're actually up above where the texture map is, and it's just a really sharp crease, almost a 45-degree angle, right in the middle of that curve. I was trying my best not to fall over here. And so that makes that area right there one of the most challenging parts of Will It Off-Road to begin with. And for a vehicle that struggles already, it becomes nearly insurmountable. Of course, Commander and Sven both made it. Sven makes it because he went a little farther to the left to the bush. I'm going to try that. But sadly, still too far to the right. I turned in too soon that time. So that part was my fault. I just turned in too soon. Because I don't want to... The other thing is it's a very narrow area because there's another hitbox that if you're not careful will shove you to the left as you're going up that little hill. And if you get sent to the left, those rocks are very slippery. And a lot of vehicles will struggle on those and then fall off the hill or fall off the mountain. So it's definitely something you gotta be careful. Tried going to the left again. Instead, just did the biggest jump I've done yet. So, what is it? We usually say 3 times is a DNF if it fails. There's somebody trying to reverse their way up. So I'm gonna give it one more shot here. Again, too far to the right. I see now, like, when I was recording it, I kept thinking I was judging it right. But now that I'm sitting here watching it, I can see I was turning in a little too soon. Oh, bumping the hobo down. So, yeah. When all else fails... Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Look at that go, boy. And so I just decided to just reverse my way up the mountain. It was working out for me. Everybody was dying. They're like, aren't you going to turn around? I'm like, nope. Not doing it. I eventually do, don't worry. But not intentionally, because that happened. I steered a little too much. The back end went off. So I'm like, okay, I'll go straight again for a little while. But we were dying laughing in Discord. This thing, as you can see, we're all four in Asbos. So the struggle was real for all of us. And yet it was so much fun. And of course, you could have heard that conversation in Discord right here on YouTube if you were a channel supporter, because those videos go live for channel supporters every Sunday, a day early. So not only do channel supporters get the results a day early, they also get to hear what I think is the better version of Will Off-Road, which features all of our Discord banner. They're slightly longer videos because it makes it harder to edit when we're in the middle of conversation, discussions, and things like that, and laughter and all that good stuff. But it is the better version. And you become a supporter of the channel either by clicking the join button right here on YouTube. YouTube's really been promoting that a lot lately. And that's as cheap as $1.99 to do that. Or you can head over to Patreon, where for as little as $1, you can make a monthly pledge to support the channel. And the final is on Twitch Prime, which may be as cheap as free if you already have... did I say Twitch Prime? Yeah, on Twitch. If you have Twitch Prime, you have a sub that you get to give to any channel of your choice every month for free. Of course, you have to remember to go back to that channel and resubscribe. But it's no additional cost to you if you have Twitch Prime. And of course, you don't have to give that to me, but if you do have Twitch Prime, please make sure you're supporting a channel with that, because that's just free money that you're not using that can go to support your favorite content creator. And if you don't have Twitch Prime, regular Twitch subscriptions start at $5. So as cheap as $1, maximum $5, just to get started as a channel supporter. Once again, Asbo, it just doesn't have the grip in those front wheels. It just doesn't. For as much torque as this thing has, you would think it would have some horsepower too to keep it, at higher speeds, but nope. Plus, the big part of it's grip. Granted, this is a slow car. Schwinn tried to get going by going on the hill to the right. Look at the front end just hunting all around. This is what I always say about if your wheels are spinning in a vehicle, they can't be used for steering in a front-wheel drive because of the way friction works. Well, there's no friction here. It's all lost and the wheel's spinning. So you either get that for moving the vehicle forward or for turning, but not both. So I decided to try it in reverse again. But this is a bit too steep even for reverse right here. Of course, that timer's still going. We're up over 8 minutes now. Surprisingly, not the slowest. Not by a long shot. I mean, we've had some vehicles that have taken half an hour. We have one vehicle that's taken half an hour. I think I would have made it that time, but the Dutch were in the way. So, yes, I'm blaming the entire country. There we go. Trying it again. It is all over the place, but yeah, almost. I think I can make it. I think if I try one more time, I can make it. The purple car, not even trying to go up the mountain straight at all. Just not even making the effort. Here we go. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. And once again, intended to go completely in reverse, but then, yeah, I was afraid I was going to spin out, so I didn't want to give it too much steering input. And so I wound up hitting the side and falling over. But there we go. Continue in reverse. Doing my best here. Just chugging right along. And honestly, I just should have stayed in reverse. I do turn around here in a second. I think I do anyway. I can't remember. I do get turned around at one point. I think I tried this, but didn't have enough speed. Yeah, that's what it was. If I would have been carrying more momentum there, that would have totally made it. So instead, gonna go do what I usually do. Though I think I try the reverse thing maybe one more time. Yeah, one more time. Stubbornness. Stubbornness, stubbornness, stubbornness. There we go. The hobo over there tried it in reverse, so I'm trying to get out of his way. He made a mistake of getting air, though, and so completely flubbed it. I'm going to try to just gun it from right here, get some speed, and see if I can't just use inertia to get me up there. Sven, however, look at that, like a champ. He spun out at the end, but he's up there. He is definitely up there. So here we go. And climb, claw, push, we're up. Finally, 10 minutes, 34 seconds. So will the Asbo off-road? No, ignore that ding and ignore that yes. The Asbo will not off-road. Don't ever use it. But we always give them a yes and a ding if they can make it to the top. So no, 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 don't take the Asbo off-roading. You'll regret it. But oh my God, it was fun. So back down we go, which is where, first of all, I made a mistake, but I corrected it pretty quick. There's a couple other unique, interesting features of this car. One is that hot hatch thing. There's a lot of real estate on the car that's up. So a very upright hatchback, not very low to the ground at all. I mean, the suspension is, that roof line is pretty high. Because of that, rollovers are easy, just like in the last vehicle. Again, if your center of gravity is really high, tipping over is always a risky run. Also testing the brakes, which thankfully the brakes are pretty good. And this little car has some rather impressive engine braking. You can hear it on the places where I just let off the gas, but I'm not braking either. It actually is getting slowed down by what seems like proper engine braking. I'm trying to remember where it really kicks in. I think it's right before the very last jump down that it really does come into play. Did not want to risk too much on that uneven bit there, so I just kind of jumped over it instead. There was a good bit of engine braking. And there as well, even though I was on the brakes, the engine was kicking in some help as well. Engine braking's real. I mean, it's a thing that happens. But listen to it here. Coming up. Nope, never mind. I was on the gas. I thought it was there. And that was almost a catastrophe. Saved it at just the last second. Here we go. We're going to get some good engine braking. Yeah, there you go. You can hear it really good there. That's actually slowing the car down. You can tell we are going slower, and just now that I hit the brakes. Speaking of the brakes, I might want to have hit them just a little sooner. Near catastrophe, but saved it. Saved it. Good bit of driving there, or luck. I don't know. What do you think? Is that a good bit of driving or luck? Jury's still out on that one. That, however, was a terrible bit of driving. This car does like to spin out. It really does. And roll over. Yep. It's all going according to plan, isn't it? Yeah. Sure it is. Anyways, now I got to get up this little bit, which in most cars wouldn't be a big deal, but on this one I wasn't so sure I'd make it. But we're back on the trail. Little tiny cars honking at each other. And the notorious understeer and roly-poliness both come into play. I tried to get it back down to four wheels, and instead hit the tree and many crashes, so it has claimed a victim. That's twice this month, I think, the tree and many crashes has been visited. So, this is a tree of semi-frequent crashes now, I think would be a better name. And here we go. Yep. Braking, understeer, friction. That's all that was. That was physics once again. However, this ending, just watch this ending. It's not just me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so in getting in the way, spinning out, hobo jumping over, and look, there's Finn too. We all managed to wind up over here. So that means we go back to the top of Mount Chiliad and fling this tiny, well, I don't know if fling's the right word, kind of drag it off. Didn't really get a lot of speed going there. The gravity just kind of plopped it down off of there finally. The door is ajar, so we hear a ding, ding, ding now. There's the hobo. We kind of did a weird kick there. That was strange. But yeah, this little car is going to take a severe beating. They all are. Again, remember, there's 4 of them. And no, we did not drive them back up. We did not spend another 10 minutes driving them back up. What you did not see at the top of the mountain were 3 different cargo bobs. We cargo bobbed them back to the top of the mountain, which is one of the first times I've instantly done that. I'm just like, nope, not driving it, not doing it. Get the cargo bob. Look at my lovely pink headlights. You know, pink headlights, pink neons, all to match that pussycat theme, because it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I managed to go through a tree and then butt the other one. That was strange. I don't know how I managed to go through that first tree, honestly. But down at the bumpy, muddy bits, a car with crap suspension. And I haven't lowered mine, so it doesn't have the stance. But a car with crap suspension isn't going to really do terribly well. Plus, it's really lightweight, so it's getting thrown all over the place. Holding it together as best I can. Definitely doing better than the people behind me, though, because I'm pretty much down, and they're still back that way. But we come down to the finish. 1 minute, 36 seconds. So let's take a look at the damage on the Asbo. All the windows and 1 headlight are gone. The hood, the left door, and trunk missing, and there is some minor body damage. And now we'll take a look at the support Asbos just to see what type of condition they came in. And yeah, pretty rough, pretty bad, and yeah, but it was a lot of fun. Hey guys, go vote for the vehicles you want to see in the upcoming Will It Off-Road. Seriously, go vote. I don't like just choosing. I like it when you vote. Make sure you play Will It Off-Road Bingo. And come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. There is a link to all of that in the description down below. So until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.